did see it online somewhere where people who watch, um, like if they go on Netflix, but they always veer to something that they know. Like let's just say, for example, The Office. Most people would just veer towards The Office and nothing else. They're saying that there's a direct link between that, like doing that action, and anxiety, kind of sort of thing.
Wait, what do you mean?
Because not knowing what you're getting into gives you a bit of, like, you don't know if the movie's good on a smaller scale, I would say, but like you don't know if the movie's actually going to be good or the show's going to be good, so you just go to what you know, something that's safe, so it's like a
Oh,
security blanket almost.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I was like, oh, is there really is that really a condition? Is that really a thing where you can directly link anxiety to the way that you choose your Netflix shows?
I believe it.
Well, I guess so, because I mean, maybe that's why I don't want to finish Cobra Kai, because I don't want it to end and then I won't know what to watch. But at the same time, I'd probably just rewatch the entire thing.
Yeah, yeah. I would go back and like watch like past episodes, and just leave it on the in the background kind of thing.
Yeah. Because
But
I've watched The Office, I don't know how many times.
do you watch it in order?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll watch it in order. I'll skip certain things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because I was talking to my friend yesterday, and he's like, "Oh, what have you been watching lately?" And then I was like, "Nothing like new."
Mhm.
I've been watching like Seinfeld and like Curb Your Enthusiasm, but that was it. Nothing to be like, "Oh, you should check out this new show, Seinfeld." You know. But no, you're right. Yeah, because like every time I go on Netflix, there's so much new stuff. Especially like Netflix, they have all this like what's it called, like original programming,
Yeah.
like produced by Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even know what this is because I just watch Netflix for the old stuff, like Fresh Prince
Yeah.
or Friends or Full House. Yeah, but that's it. Yeah, I don't. People are like, oh yeah, I want to watch like this new documentary. I'm like, nah, I stick to the safe stuff. Like when you go to like a new restaurant, Kevin, do you? Let's say you've never been to this restaurant before, but your friends were like, we got to check this out. Like you're in Welland or wherever you live, Beamsville. That's it, Beamsville. Because they have restaurants there, right, in the farms.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We just got a Pizza Hut not too long ago, so
Ooh, the hut,
the
nice.
town is a craze right now. Lineups around the block.
Did they knock on your door like, hey, buddy, the hut's coming? Mark, mark it on your calendar. The hut is here. Yeah, so like, let's say you go not Pizza Hut, but let's say you go to like a dine-in restaurant. Like, would you order something new or would you order something safe?
Well, I mean, if it was a brand new restaurant that I was going to, I mean, I would go 50-50.
What do you mean?
Like it would be something like along the lines of something familiar that I probably something like a chicken or a beef dish with rice if it had that. So pretty safe. But maybe if it had spices, like if it's one of those Afghan places, you know, I
Yeah,
don't want
yeah,
to venture too far in there.
yeah. No, yeah. For me, I play it. I play it safe. You know, because sometimes you try you go to a restaurant and like you're like, oh, this is like they're like, oh, this new thing is on special. Check it out. It's like butter chicken poutine or something.
Oh no, no. See, I will never do that. Never do that.
And then what if you get it and you don't like it, and you're like, oh, I'm stuck with this thing
Yeah.
for the rest of the night,
Yep.
and everyone's there enjoying their tried and true meals that they've ordered 1,000 times, and here I am upset with this new butter chicken poutine. However, that example is flawed because there's a place right here at Queen and Bathurst. It's called Dogs Bullocks. It's a great chicken wing spot. We used to go there every week. because Monday to Thursday would be half price wings, so we always go there for wings. And I actually got the butter chicken poutine because a bunch of because me and my roommates would go there, and like they got it, and like they were like, "Oh, this is the best. You should get it." And I was like, "All right, sold." But then I actually enjoyed it. So butter
So you
chicken
did
poutine.
like it.
Yes, I did like it.
But see, that's the risk though. That's a 50-50 risk.
Mm-hmm.
Like you liked it so much that you would get it again, or
I
you
would get it
liked it
again.
for that moment.
No, I would get. I think actually got it again.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was them. It
Like
was.
we used to go out for ice cream all the time with like Rochelle and those guys, and Rochelle would always make fun of me because the ice cream that I would always choose had like a lower C chord, Baskin Robbins, Dairy Queen, or Baskin Robbins would be just vanilla, just
Oh,
plain old
really?
vanilla. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah, or French vanilla if I felt you know
Ooh,
adventurous.
spicy.
I felt like traveling the world. I went with French vanilla because I remember one time I got something. I think it was pralines and cream.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was so disgusting.
Yeah, ice cream. Honestly, I'm not even a big fan of ice cream.
Really?
Yeah. Like I'll eat it, whatever. Like if we go for ice cream, I'll have ice cream. But it's not
Ice?
like
How about ice cream cake?
I like I no I like ice cream, but it's not like, oh man, I can't wait to go for ice cream today or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But for the most part, I will always stick with something that I know. But I guess that just leads to maybe what I was saying. Maybe that is a bit of a security blanket. I mean, even with before Netflix, when I would go to Blockbuster, it would take me forever to pick a movie because I wasn't sure. And that's a big commitment when you're at Blockbuster because you rent it and then there's no going back.
Yeah, yeah. No, but that was a thrill. That was a thrill of going to Blockbuster or like Rogers Video.
Yeah.
It's because you make one choice, or maybe sometimes two. Maybe there's a deal, rent two for one or something. And yeah, it's got to be good. And I even think back then there was no like Wikipedia or
No.
things like that, so you can like check reviews if it's good
Or
or not.
watch the trailer.
Yeah, there's nothing like that.
Yeah. Ernst, we've been going for quite some time now and we haven't done the intro.
Oh yeah, go do it.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the BFFisode podcast. I am Kevin Various, and on the other end there is
It's Ernie Vicente.
what's going on, Ernst?
Uh, you know, just this.
Hey,
This is
I had a
it.
quick story that I wanted to share.
Ooh,
My first run in with an anti-masker on the weekend.
ooh.
Wow, fucking hate those guys. Okay. Maybe I'm not. Maybe he wasn't an anti-masker, but I was at a Booster Juice because Frankie likes those things. So I was inside. Obviously, everyone's wearing their mask, and then behind me, somebody walks in, and it's a guy, and he's like a tall dude, and he just walks in like really, I don't know, whatever. But the lady's like, "Oh, hey, do you have a mask?" And the guy's like, "No, I'm exempt." Right? She's just like, so she was looking at him, and I felt so bad for that person because she's just like a young kid. What's she gonna say, right?
Yeah.
So he says that, and she's looking at him, and then they finally take his order. And I'm doing this thing now in 2021 where typically I'm the guy that I'll just think it, but I won't say it. So
Yeah,
now
especially with your daughter there.
well, no. Frankie was in the car with Caitlin, so it was just
Oh,
me
okay.
because they don't really like too many people inside.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so the New Year's resolution for me is to just be like, just don't be so passive about things that bother you.
Mm-hmm.
So I say to the guy, I just tell him that you should be wearing a mask. He's like, well, I'm exempt because I have a medical condition. So I was like, but it can't be that bad that you're out here in the cold getting a booster juice.
Yeah.
Like, but he was just going on about how I have no right to ask him for whatever his condition is, or to pry into his private medical life. And I was just like, who cares, man? Like, it's 5 minutes. You're in and out. Who really cares?
How old was this guy?
He's probably like late 40s, maybe early 50s.
Oh, okay.
So he was not like he was like in a wheelchair or anything like that. He had an oxygen tank there.
Yeah.
He was fine. He ordered a whole bunch of shit. So it was just like, I don't know. That shit just drove me a little bit, little crazy. Got a little upset.
I know. I feel bad. I feel bad for these people that work in like retail or whatever, because like, especially like like Tim Hortons or whatever, because sometimes they're making like minimum wage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, especially downtown, there's like some crazy people that enter these stores and they're like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I'm like, I feel bad because I'm like, they're just like some of these people behind the counter are just like kids, and like on top of doing this job, they have to like, they kind of play like security,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, come on, leave
Which
them
I'm sure
alone.
you had to do in your time at BK.
Uh, yeah, well, that was like when I was a teenager, but like, we never worked during like a pandemic. It wasn't like that crazy.
Yeah.
But I remember I was a 19-year-old supervisor at BK.
You always got to throw that out there, eh?
I got promoted
You got to throw that
before
out.
I got promoted before you, Kevin. I I dropped out of school.
Who dropped out first, you or me?
I kind of finished school. Like I did grade 12.
Oh, because OAC was just it
I
wasn't.
think it was optional.
Was that our last? Our year was the last year for optional OAC.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So I did it. I did OAC. I don't think you were there.
No, no, no. I was gone.
Yeah, yeah. So after grade 12, everyone's like, "Oh, it's optional? I'm out of here." But you finished grade 12.
No,
Oh, you dropped out before that.
I I finished. I did grade 12. It's just that I have two credits, two compulsory credits that I need to do, and then I think like three elective. But yeah, I just slacked off that year. I went to the exam for English and for something else. But one of the things that we had to do was always wear a white undershirt. We couldn't wear like a black or any other color than white.
Yeah.
So I showed up to the exam wearing like a black undershirt, and they told me that I couldn't write the exam. So I was like, all right, see ya.
And I never returned.
And I never came back.
Wow.
Yeah. So thanks, Miss Carente.
She's listening to this. She's one of our favorite listeners. So shout out to Miss Carente, the keyboarding teacher.
And I think it was I did a math exam, but I cheated because the guy that was beside me, this Polish guy, he was so cool. He was really we were kind of friends, and then he just gave me all the answers.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. I
But it
thought.
wasn't even like it wasn't even it was like the weird math. It was like science math. Or no, I don't know. Business math? I don't know.
Political. No, political
It
science.
could have been one of those two.
I don't know.
No, no, not
Oh, okay. No, I thought you were
political
gonna
science.
say. I thought you
I
were
think
gonna.
that's in university, isn't it?
Yeah, I never took that. I thought you were gonna say that you cheated off of him, and then he told on you.
No, no, that did happen to us though. But, we were in the same class together. For those of you who are listening, it wasn't easy. It was a bird course. It was I want to say it was kinesiology.
No, I never took that.
Yeah, because we left.
Was it
Yeah, we both left.
kinesiology?
I think it was kinesiology. Yeah.
I thought it was like French.
No, 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 no. It was kinesiology.
Okay, what happened? I'm
So
blanking.
I think we were doing either a pop quiz or It wasn't an exam, that's for sure. It was a test. Anyway, you and I were sitting beside each other, and this guy, who shall remain nameless, Tarek, uh, saw us copying each other. Which I don't know why we were copying each other because I don't even know who if we knew what we were doing. But he spoke up and told the teacher that we were cheating.
Oh, really? Then
Yeah.
what happened to us?
I I
Did we get in
I think we
trouble?
just did our whole thing like we just did a shtick. Like, no, we weren't. Shut up, idiot.
Wow, I can't. I barely remember this.
I'm almost positive it was kinesiology because I remember thinking like, what the fuck am I even? What is this?
Are you sure it was me? Maybe it was another Filipino guy.
Nope, 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 nope.
We all look the same.
This this was us. This was us for sure.
Yeah, no, I graduated 2000 because we wanted to be class of 2000. That was when we were
Millennium.
grade 12. Yeah, but then so I was like, I've gone this far. I'm gonna stick around for OAC. But what I noticed is that everyone, like all the cool kids, they all left. It was just like the smart guys
Yeah.
who later in life became successful. They stuck around, you know, and like it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun because we were on this high. Like we had the class of 2000 prom. We went to Wondergrad at Wonderland. Great parties all summer long. But then like the next year, it's kind of like when you what's the analogy I'm going for? It's like a couple years ago, the WWE was in Toronto, and me and my friends we went to all the shows. It was at Air Canada Center, so there was like Survivor Series on the Sunday, and here's the thing at the Survivor Series, it was like the big stars. It was like Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg, and then it was a great high. Goldberg won the match. Everyone's going crazy, right? All the stars were there. But then the next night, Monday Night Raw, we went back. But here's the thing. All the stars were gone. There's no Goldberg. There's no Brock Lesnar. So you go to Raw the next night and like all the jobbers are there. So that's what it felt like in OAC. It's like the party was over. Like we overstayed the welcome. That's why I was like, I think I lasted like, I think not even the first semester. I think I left after that. Midway.
Midway through the first of OAC.
Yeah, because I think I got promoted at Burger King.
Yeah.
And I was like, look at this. I'm 19 years old. I have all this power, all this money. I was making $8 an hour. I was like, I'm set. I have a tie on. This is my life. I actually thought that was my life. Like that was my.
Well, that's nothing to knock because from what I understand, managers that work at fast food chains, they make pretty decent coin.
Yeah. Now, yeah, but not. But I was only like the first level of management, the shift supervisor.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was only making like $8. It was so cool. I had all the power. I was the late night manager, Kev. I thought that was like my career. Because I was there for 2 years,
Yeah.
and I was like, this is it. I can picture myself doing this forever. But it was only one night that a bunch of my because like the crew was like my friends. They're all like my age, like our age.
Juice, Mahmoud,
Yeah. Those guys, Gary.
Harry.
Well, one night I think a bunch of them they called in sick, so we had to get like these. So whenever someone calls in sick, we would go to other restaurants and get like extra crew members, because sometimes they have like extras.
Yeah.
So they called these two older ladies to come help us out, and then I remember one of them was an older Filipino lady. She looked like one of our titas, and I was talking to her, and she's like in her 40s, and I was like, oh, that's good. It's good you're working late, right? Because you can be there for the kids like during the day and stuff. And she's like, oh, no, 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 I don't have any. I don't have any kids. I was like, oh, okay. Do you like? Are you married? And she's like, no, not married. And then like my future, like, you know what I mean? I
Hit
saw
you.
my,
It
yeah, it
hit you.
hit me. I saw my future. I was like, oh my god, this is me. This is me. No man, like not married, no kids, working at Burger King at 3 a.m. on a Thursday. And I was like, okay, no, you know what? I got to get out of here.
So that was it. That was the tipping point.
That was it. Yeah. Then I went to. Then I went. I think I like the next day or something. I went to my parents because my parents the whole time they were begging me to go back to college or or do something else.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, fine. I'm going back. I'm going back to school. I'll go to college. And they're like, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Pick anything you want. We'll pay for it.
What?
Yeah. So yeah, I picked accounting because it was easy, I guess.
Is it easy? I have no. I mean, I'm not good with numbers, so
It's not too hard. It's kind of like math, but easier math. You know. So I did that. Did not like it, but I finished it.
how long is that course?
It's about 3 years.
Holy shit! 3 years of doing something you don't like doing.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. But it actually took me 4 years. I did the 3 years, but then like it would be too hard because I was working like other jobs, and it's hard to do school full time
Yeah.
and work and stuff. So every semester I would drop a class, right? Even though
Yeah.
I didn't know that I didn't know that I'd have to like retake them, like repay. So, so I stayed another year. So same thing. I stayed another year, and all the cool kids left after the third year. There I was, Monday Night Raw, no stars. Just wondering why I stayed too long at this party.
You're on the jobber list.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I will say though, the one thing that I do regret about not finishing high school was that I never got to go to prom. I don't know what that's like. I don't know if it's anything like the movies, but
Prom.
did you go to the prom?
I went to prom. Yeah,
Who'd you go with?
like my date.
Yeah.
Oh, Kim.
Oh, right, right, right. The outsider. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought. I always thought it had to be somebody from the school, but I guess it doesn't have to be. Was it fun?
Yes, it was fun. But I remember, yeah. So prom in 2000. Because Kim was my first girlfriend, and first love.
Dairy Queen Kim.
Dairy Queen. Yes, she worked at Dairy Queen, and I was the Burger King. It was a match
Oh my
made.
god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I wish you just stayed together. That simple fact. Oh my god.
It was a match made in heaven.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. So prom was fun. Prom was fun. But the thing was, I didn't have my license yet. I had my G1. So I was like, oh man, I want to drive to prom,
Yeah.
right? Because like, or you can get a limo, but that's very. I don't think anyone did that here. That's more of a MTV
Yeah.
American thing.
The hills.
Yeah. So we didn't really have that in Canada. So I was like, I want to drive, but I was in a rush because I was like, oh man, I got my G1, and I'm like, I have to take my G2 right now, so I can get my license in 2 weeks before prom. So I had my test the week before prom, and here's the thing, I was not ready. You know, how like some people can drive. It was not natural for me. I had I barely had experience driving, so I did not. Oh, I knew I wasn't ready. So Oakville, I did the test, and I failed so bad. Like it was so bad that because I used my instructor's car, and you know how the instructor, like you know when they sit like shotgun, they
Yeah.
have their own brakes,
Yeah.
right? I I failed so bad that at one point the guy giving the test had to press the brake.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. So I was like, I don't think I passed, and then because it started off good. Like we're doing the test, and he's talking about like oh like my friend's Filipino. I'm like, oh cool, yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah, like
See you at 7,
I'm
Kim.
like let's do this. And then until that turn, we did this turn, but I was going way too fast. That he pressed the brakes, and I was like, oh, that's not a good sign when he has to press the brakes. So then we stopped the car after the test, and he was like, yeah, you're clearly not ready. And I'm like, oh okay. But what
You
about
should
that?
just give him the spiel. Like, look, I just really want to drive to prom.
I was not ready though, Kevin. Even if I passed, I had no idea what I was doing. So I failed the test, and what happened was my sister had to drive me and Kim to the prom.
I know what was going through your mind, though. I know what was going through your mind because you're like what you're picturing is like, I'm gonna pull up to the place. Everyone's probably gonna be outside smoking, and they're gonna see Ernie roll up with his date in his new car with his brand new license, and everyone's gonna be like, "Whoa, shit, Ernie, you got your license? Let's
Yeah,
go places. Let's do things."
yeah. Look at this. He's
And
the
then the reality.
yeah, yeah. So my sister had to drop us off, and it was fun for the most part. And then yeah, our friends picked us up. Ron and Henry actually picked us up. I think Kaiser was there too. So they all picked us up, and then we went to like this other like hotel party, But it wasn't like these hotel parties that you see on like the movies, It wasn't like American Pie or anything,
It's like a
you know.
motel.
Yeah, it was like a Motel 6 on Dundas.
I think we were there.
Yeah. And then we went like motel hopping, and then some of the parties after they were like people were sleeping, like they're all tired. I was like, oh, this is it. This is our entry into adulthood.
But I mean, like at prom, are people going like towards the end of the night, be like doing the whole thing? Okay, I'll miss you. It's so nice to be. It's so nice to think. I'll see. Keep in touch. Blah blah blah.
I don't think so. Well, because like we were coming back to school pretty much the next year,
Right.
so it wasn't that much of a goodbye, you know.
No, I don't miss it then. I don't miss it all that much.
Um, yeah, I don't know. That's enough, Kev, for this week. Uh, so just want to say thanks for listening, everyone. Thank you to Wayne for his constructive criticism.
Good looking out, Wayne. Appreciate it.
Or Rick, thank you, Rick.
Oh yes, sorry.
Thank you, Rick, for your feedback. And oh, actually, we have some feedback.
Oh, good. Love to hear this.
That's not really feedback. It's more like a
Thumbs up. Please don't tell me it's a thumbs up. Or
no. No, we have a comment from Daryl. We have a comment from Daryl P, one of our great friends
Yes, sir.
and number one fan. He wrote this on the YouTube video. He said, "I once took a ride in a Geo Metro with these two guys. At the time, they were not famous, but they are internationally known now."
Well, it's true according to our stats.
Thank you, Daryl. Thank you, Daryl, making me feel good, making us feel good, even though when he wrote it, there was like 4 views on the video. I was like, international.
All it takes is for one person out of country to watch it earns to become internationally famous.
Yeah, yeah. I think my friend from Buffalo watched it, so that
Oh,
that counts. That totally counts. All right. Well, yes. So thank you guys for
so
listening.
that's it. That's
That's
the
it.
Monday.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. So thank you guys for listening. Yeah, you can find me on the internet at Ernie Vicente. You can find Kevin.
At Kevarius, KEVVARIAS.
Yes, and please subscribe on Spotify, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts.
Don't
Leave a
forget to
review.
watch us on YouTube.
Yes. All right. So we'll see you guys again next week.
Toodles.